Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? All right, let's start. Let me switch to trading view. Great. Let me know if you can hear me well. I didn't change the settings, but let me know anyways. And as always, we're going to start with BTC analysis. Okay, and my plan for BTC for the coming week. And then we spend a good amount of time on chart request session. So prepare your tickers and drop them in the chat. I will have a look. And just like the other day that someone asked about LNQ, look, I didn't even know what this is. Right? Was it on Mexi? Yeah. So someone said that and it was the first time literally that I heard of this coin. It's Link AI. And I said, okay, this is a good buying zone, and give away this setup, and it worked out, right? 70% up so far. So yeah, if I see a good setup on any of your suggested altcoins, I will give you the setup that I can see. Rick, how's it going, bro? Good to hear that the audio is great. Yeah, so feel free to ask any questions or request any charts. Let's start with BTC. So I actually want to use the Binance chart for this to save sometimes, because I have the stuff that I need here. All right, so we've been ranging for about, I mean, how many days is it? Yeah, it's about 7 months. We've been ranging between like 70k to 50k, right? We formed a deviation. First of all, it's important to know that the reason behind the low, right? So we had this order block in confluence with the golden pocket of the Fibonacci, right? This 0.618, and they were lining up together, and as a result we got this huge bounce, 30% bounce. but it wasn't enough for BTC to break this structure, right? You can see the previous high has I mean, didn't we didn't get a close above. That's why the structure was still bullish. So BTC tried again, right? And form this deviation at the low. Okay. Then after we find acceptance inside, retest the value area low, as you can see of the profile, and it pumped for about 12%. And it's good to see that the point of control is flipped as support like this. It's also good to see that this previous swing is now broken, so this is a break of a structure, right? And this is important because let's go back to the BitMEX chart. So look at this: high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower high, lower low, right? And this is the first, so this is an obvious bearish trend, right? This is the first time that we're putting a high above this one, so it's a higher low, and we're making a high above this one, and it is confirmed, so we have a higher high as well, right? So this trend is now shifted. I mean, we can get something like this, even like to drop back to 60, even 50k region, right? But if that happens, I'm going to be comfortable longing any retrace that's given here, simply because the trend has shifted in my opinion, right? And like this high is broken, and we made a lower a higher low, sorry, here. Okay, so any retrace that I'm going to get is going to be a long opportunity for me, right? So like as simple as that. You don't need all this. This is just for finding targets and potential points of interest, but the whole general idea comes from basically the trend analysis. Right? Any questions so far? Okay, so yeah, my next target for BTC is, as you probably can guess, the opposite extreme of the range. Since we started the move from the value area low, my target is going to be the value area high, just like what happened, for example, I don't know, here, right? We form the deviation, find acceptance inside, the target is the other extreme, right? So my main target now is also the value area high, but I mean, if you have a position from here, okay, I like my main positions are on these altcoins that I labeled with green, right? These are the coins that I have position open, right? And I shared this also in our Discord server as well, right? So we can join our Discord if you like. You can find the links in the description and on our Twitter. It's getting absolutely like all the trades are working out and everything's good. People are happy, and I am happy as well. So yeah, I shared all these calls inside the Discord. But yeah, I don't have a low time frame, mid time frame swing position on BTC from here. But if you do and you get here, I think keeping a portion of the position open is going to be a good idea, right? For a potential move to a new all-time high. So that's what I would do. But we're going to get to the altcoins that I have positions open as well. But like, I just want to finish up BTC here. Okay, so let's have a look at the weekly TPO. Yeah, so this level was one level that we've been talking about for a while now, and it's been hit. All right, so pretty nice to see. Like, this level is from July this year, right? And this is the power of TPO. Like, you have it in your chart in a different layout, and you just open it and find yourself very nice and reactive support and resistance levels, right? So if you want to know more about TPO, I also have a course. You're going to get free access to it if you want. But yeah, this level, we've been talking about this being a magnet for the price, and that's exactly what happened, right? So it's very important to see what's going to happen from here. But yeah, the move is done. Like, when we were here, we knew about this level, and that's what I like about TPO. It's a very nice leading indicator. Now the daily one, we left behind a lot of naked points of control, which is normal in a strong bullish uptrend. And I don't think we have, oh yeah, we also had a daily one. So 2 points of control stacking on top of each other. That's why we're finding a little bit of resistance here, right? If we zoom in, we're getting some resistance. But as you can see, all the value areas of the TPOs are just stacking higher, and we're going higher, so the trend is bullish, and I'm not concerned for now. Let's go lower on 4 hour. Remove the drawings. So this is the previous swing high on 4 hour, right? And we know that, and we're aware that we have a naked point of control here, basically 2 that are stacking up together. How's it going? ZX Robin, hello. So we have a naked point of control here, okay, which can act as a strong resistance, right? But like, when you see, guys, something like this, okay, and you want to open a short because like you have some kind of an edge, some kind of a resistance, you need to have the trend on your side, and that's the only way to prevent getting chopped out trying to short the market on every single swing high, right? So for me, if I am going to open a short, I need this to be a confirmed deviation, which is not yet, by the way, okay? I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm just sharing my plan with you, right? So what I would need for a swing short on BTC is going to be first we need to lose this level, right? So this deviation is confirmed, okay? And then I am going to need a retest, and kind of I will monitor the price action here to see that if the sellers are coming in and what's going on about what's the volume and everything, right? But like, if I get some kind of confirmation, that's basically the kind of we can kind of assume that the trend is probably going to shift for a while, and that's going to be at least enough for me to open a position. But yeah, we have a lot more we need a lot more price action to develop to see if this is going to happen or not, because for now the probabilities are to the upside. The probability is just this, for us to come flip this, go higher, simply because the price action, the trend is bullish, right? And the market structure is bullish, printing just higher highs and higher lows. All right, but that's just plan for you to be aware of, right? Let me quickly check this, guys. Sorry. All right. Yeah. So that's enough about BTC. Let's have a look at indices and then we switch to alts. Okay. Yes. Wait. Zed says, if you are taking chart requests, can you check ALGO first if you have time, and then of course, man, of course, we're going to have a look at all of them. Stay tuned. Let me finish up with the indices. Now, honestly, indices, I mean, there's nothing to say. It's just printing a new all-time high. The interesting price action like was when we were here and we had these 4 levels talking about them. What do we need for a new all-time high? And that's exactly what happened, right? So we flipped all of these levels into support, and that's why we're getting a new all-time high. NQ on the other hand, yeah, so it's doing great. It's a little bit weaker than S&P for some reason, but like if I were to compare these two charts, you see that when we flip this level or we close above this level, we just went for a new all-time high. That's what I'm expecting on NQ as well. So this level, this zone basically is exactly that level on ES. Okay, we flipped it into support. I can see NQ making a new all-time high in the coming week, right? Then we have Dixie. Nothing really. It's weaker than ever, right? I was expecting some kind of a support or bounce from the range low, but seems like it's actually going for this low, which is a great news for crypto and risk assets, right? Okay, so let's have a look at the altcoins actually. Guys, feel free to drop any ticker in the chart. I will have a look, and as always I am going to share the setup that I can see on that chart with you. Okay, if I see a setup, I just share it with you. Okay, so ALGO is one of my favorites, by the way. It has great fundamentals. Like, I am no fundamental expert, but my friend Chris is from the Birdnest, right? And he loves ALGO. That's why I love ALGO as well. And not the price action though. I'm not a huge fan of the price action, right? But me not being a fan does not mean that there's a potential, right? So look at this. I don't love the price action here on low time frames, but look at the opportunity on higher time frame, right? I mean, let's say you just grab a bag just here, okay? The upside potential, if we're going to get the get what we got in 2021, right? The upside potential is about 2,000%, right? So ALGO, I am telling you, ALGO, Atom. I don't want the Binance one. BitMEXify. What the hell is this, man? Okay, ALGO, Atom, right? You see the upside potential is about 800%. Basically all those majors in 2021 that were doing great and everyone was just buying them are now at all-time lows, or like this atom is at 4-year. Yeah, is it? Yeah, it's been at these levels in 2020, so 4 years ago, right? It hasn't been there after this. And you see, when it was here, look what happened, right? I'm not saying that we're going to get this a move like this tomorrow, right? But I'm a trader. I'm just trading the probabilities, and the probability for this one is 800%. Okay, so with a good risk management, with a good like money management system, okay, you can just easily make a lot of money trading these altcoins on a spot, right? Yeah, so let's go back to ALGO. Oh, by the way, guys, if you are watching this on Twitter, Twitter also has a chat, and I have access to that as well. So if you drop something in a Twitter chat, I can see that as well. Okay, so feel free to do that. Yeah, man, I mean, nothing really. Gustav's buyer, how's it going? I will have a look at Cardano. Okay, so low time frame, honestly, I don't love it. You know that I was watching this range, right? It's broken to the upside, looks fine. I mean, not exactly the price that I want to get if I am taking these positions as a swing trade, but like I honestly think that coins like ALGO or Atom, just like I showed you, or even DOT, right? These are just looking the same, right? And I think the best way to play this is to have just some points of interest, just like I have on my chart, and just start dollar cost averaging into them. All right, so maybe you just open 30% here, 30 here, 30 when we make a new low, and your average entry is going to be here. Okay, stop loss here, and if you get your second TP, it's going to be 200% about 8R. All right, so I think we need like more price action to be developed, because I don't want to call for a long right here, because look at this structure. It's just lower highs and lower lows, right? It's just a super bearish price action since the March this year, right? That's why I don't like to really open up a long, especially when I see this being so weak. But as I said, the high time frame potential is just super, man. Okay. POPCAT for my friend Rick. CoinX or Bybit. Let's see the Bybit. Is it all the data that we have on this one? Not POPCAT. Okay. I don't know how accurate CoinX data is though. How's it going, Jimmy? Welcome, man. Okay, I am going to use the KuCoin chart because I think they have good charts and good histories sometimes. Okay. I mean, Brick, come on, man. It's just making new all-time highs over and over. Okay, so yeah, so the accumulation range high over the value area high is here. So this level is going to be the level that you don't want to lose, kinda, right? On macro, on higher time frames, but like macro for this one is just 5 weeks, but but yeah, for me, like we basically want to go below this zone, I would say. Okay, so this is the zone that created this all-time high. We're kind of finding we're kind of getting a push into that, and this is the high of the range, so it's fine, but we don't want to lose the low of the range. If we lose the low of the range, I think this is going to happen, and then from here it's going to decide what's going to happen. I cannot predict that, but that's basically the setup that I can see. Okay, but with that being said, I think at this 8.88 region, there's some kind of a nice long as well, right? I'm not sure about risk to reward. It's about 2. I mean, this is not something that I would take personally, especially on a spot, but yeah, there's this setup, of course. What else do we have? Oh, Cardano for my friend Gustav's buyer. It's been a long time since I checked these charts, actually. Nice suggestion. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is just a classic crypto chart, right? Okay, so we have this origin zone, right? And that's exactly where it's fine. It's bouncing off of, right? The low is formed in 2020, so this is 2 years worth of accumulation. Right? Let's have a look at volume, actually. It's on Binance, right? So yeah, that's what you want to see. So you want to see volume going up when the accumulation range is breaking. That's exactly what you want to see. This is just classic crypto accumulation range, right? But the concerning part is that ADA is kind of back into the range, right? So you see this pattern, right, where kind of form an origin, you pump, okay, and then slowly go back and visit this origin again. We have a tiny little one here as well, right? So you see we kind of went up, we formed an origin here, pumped higher, and slowly we just got retraced back into this zone. Okay, that's how I mark my points of interest. So yeah, we're kind of aware of this level, so I just put a line here, but really I think this zone is the most important zone. I don't know, is it only me or just or just you guys as well that hate the volume indicator? I don't know, I just cannot do anything when I have that on my chart. That's why I just keep adding and removing. I still have a template here, but look how ugly that is. God damn it, I don't want it. Okay. Yeah, so the most important level for ADA, I mean, we can kind of see that this level was well respected in the past as well, right? So this low is what I like to see, right? But what I would need for ADA to do in order for me to go long is just going above, make a high higher than this one, and then here I am going to have a long setup, and my target would be this local high, right? In that case, I am going to have about 3R, a 3R position exactly, about a 100% profit, right? So yeah, this is what I would need for ADA in order for me to go long. Of course, like we're talking about weekly time frame. On lower, honestly, my man, I don't think ADA is the best altcoin to have a look on lower time frames, like mid time frames, right? That's why I just don't want to go lower to 4 hours and other stuff, because I can basically, but this is just what you don't want to trade, I would say, right? There are more coins with better PA right now that you can trade if you want to swing trade, but ADA is also, if you were I was talking about the ALGO.atom and basically the majors in 2021 at the beginning of the stream, right? I know the price action is very bad, I mean locally, right? But I mean, look at this potential, man. This the upside potential for a coin like ADA, if you long it right now, is about 600%, right? So I know the price action is bad, but I know that the opportunity on higher time frames and basically a spot trading is huge as well. Okay, so that's why I just don't go lower on time frame and this on coins like this, but I'm always aware of the price action on higher time frames, right? Rocky is asking for Sui, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh, look at that, man. So someone probably asked about Sui in one of the previous streams. It just did exactly what we wanted to, right? And it's up about 200% from the low. Okay. Let's have a look at the volume profile. Oh yeah, it's doing great, I would say. Like, let me see something. Oh yeah, great. It's just great. Look how textbook that setup was. That's why I called it probably. Look at that, man. So I'm going to explain the technicals behind this, right? So first of all, you need to find the low, which is this one, okay? Then you find the high, which is this one or this one, doesn't really matter, right? Then you go back and you find this level and you draw your volume profile from that level. I think somewhere around here. Okay, so then you have a profile. You do that because you want to find out where exactly you should draw your profile from. All right. And then when you get a deviation, this is just okay. So for those who do not know what's going on here, this is volume profile, and this is one of the easiest tools available in trading, but not a lot of people use this. That's why it's kind of scary for some people, but it's really not. It's the easiest tool you can probably use, because you only have 2 points. One is the start, and the second one is basically the end of the range, right? And then it gives you this darker area and this lighter area. Okay, this darker area is basically where this 70% of the volume has been traded in this whole range. Okay, and we call this value area. All right, so when the price is inside the value area, we say that price is balanced, right? And basically it means that the buyers and sellers agree that okay, this is the range for the price, and they are going to sell the the top of the range and buy the low of the range, right? But sometimes you get anomalies like this, right? Sometimes you see the price outside the balance or outside the value area, okay, like this. When you see something like this on its own, it's nothing. It's just price being outside the value area or being at discount, right? So the price is at discount. But for you to really find your entry, and for me basically to the confirmation to go long, is for this deviation to confirm, meaning the price goes back inside the value, okay, after creating this. When we get the price inside the value, this is now a confirmed deviation, right? And then this retest is going to be a long for me, okay. This long, one of the reasons that I like volume profile is that it gives you an entry level, and it also gives you a target level, okay. So the main target was this, but like, it's crypto, everything is possible, it's just going higher and higher, okay. Now our entry was here, and look at our entry here, okay. Now let me go back. Stuff says so will you short swing at the current level? Okay, so you see why we longed here, right? Okay, I flipped the chart, so the longs become short, right? So if we get a deviation at the top following with the confirmation inside the value area, and we get a retest, okay, you see what happened, right? The price went lower, or in this case, because the price was flipped higher, right? So I would need exactly the same thing at the top of the range to go short. That's all I do, okay. So if I get something like this, and let me be fancy for you guys, bar patterns, okay. So I just copy this price action here, and I just flip it, right? I am going to go short if I get this. So I just extend that. If this deviation confirms, I get the acceptance inside the value area, then this retest right here is going to be my short entry. And you may ask where your target is going to be. It's easy, the other extreme of the range. All right, I hope that makes sense. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, so what else, guys? Okay, so MW haha wax. First of all, welcome. Hey, thank you for your stream. Could you please look at DOGE? Of course, my man, why not? Let's have a look at DOGE. I have DOGE somewhere in my watch list. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so I want to show you a trick, guys, in these altcoins and with my like 5, is it 5? Yeah, it's about 6 years that I've been in crypto, actually. Crazy. And I want to show you a pattern on these altcoins that if you open up any altcoin chart, you're going to see it basically. Okay, so the price consolidates, and by the way, we're talking about crypto, right? So price consolidates, goes up and low, and each one of these levels, I mean swings are about like 100%. I mean, we know that it's crypto and crazy, right? But suddenly you're going to get a huge expansion to the upside. All right, for example, a bull run or whatever, right? Then slowly it's going to go lower, okay? And the target for this move is always going to be the origin of this sharp move to the upside, which in this case is going to be here, right? So going to slowly go and form a bottom here, okay, and then do this again, but the scale might be lower. For example, this expansion was like huge, but this one could be a little bit lower or minor, right? Then it goes slowly to the origin of this move, right? Okay, so keep it in your mind, and now have a look at Doge. Okay, that's exactly what's happening, isn't it? So the origin of this expansion, we just pump. I mean, I know it's crazy on Doge, just like about 1,300%, right? So we just go higher, and then slowly we're going to visit the origin of the move again, right? So we put in the high in May 2021 and then form the low in June 2022, right? And now we're getting exactly the same thing, but in a smaller scale, actually, right? So let's have a look. Okay, so if we zoom in a little bit, go on the daily, right? So you see that we kind of consolidate a little bit, form the origin, okay? Then we get a massive expansion to the upside, right? I mean, in the scale of the daily time frame, this is massive, right? Then if we extend this, you see that where and when this move can end, and this is going to be the retest of the origin. Okay, so with that being said, on Doge, okay, so this is the low of the consolidation zone, right? This is the low, and this is the high of this move. Okay, now the nice thing on Doge is that it's one of the few altcoins that's trying to create a bullish structure, right? So lower highs and lower lows over and over, right? But suddenly we're forming the low, this is a higher low, and we're getting a higher high. So this retest, whatever it is, so we might not get any retest and just go higher, or we might get a slight retest, or we might get an expanded retest like this. This retest for me is going to be a long, simply because the structure is shifted. All right, so I am going to need more price action to develop from here, but let's say like we get a move to this region, right, which is also enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am not trying to kind of not give you the level. This is the level, okay, and I am going to let you know why. Okay, so first of all, if we get this retest to this zone, okay, this is going to be 100% move with like about 7-hour trade, which is fantastic, right? But again, I am telling you that if you're looking for a spot moves, like a spot trades on these altcoins, like doesn't really matter what whether it's algo that we have a looked at the beginning of the stream, or atom, or ADA, or doge, or I mean, doesn't really matter, right? The best play right now is to just dollar cost average. Okay, so meaning that you buy some here, you buy some here, and you buy some when it goes lower. So your average entry is going to be somewhere around here, and you're going to make a lot of money if this thing starts to move. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, so what else, guys? What else do we have? We have a. Oh, someone asked about Floki. What am I doing? Oh man, look at this. So clearly that trade didn't work out, but oh, but we're back into inside the value area. That's good news. Yeah. Magnus Gabrielsen, how is it going? Can you do a 0, please? Oh, of course, man. Of course, man. After this one. So Floki. Okay. Okay, so nice range. Honestly, I am going to give it to it. This is a very nice range, right? Yeah, I mean, we're a little bit late for this trade, honestly, but look how textbook it was. Like, we got the deviation at the low of the range. Okay, we found acceptance inside, retest, go higher. The target is going to be this. I mean, not exactly like this, but this. This was like, I know it's hindsight easy peasy, but like, this was a nice, really nice trade for about 100% move, right? We're a little bit late on this one though, unfortunately. I mean, of course, if we get another, I mean, since the structure is shifted now, right? So we have a higher low and we have a higher high. I mean, there's a good chance for it to just come here. We retest the point of control, and if that happens, sure, I think we are going to have another position. The entry is not going to be that great, but still, we're going to have a position. But I mean, I kind of wish I knew about Floki from here. We're a little bit late. Magnus wants us to have a look at A0. Oh man, look at that. So we have it on Mexi, KuCoin, Gate.io. Which one has the best historical data though? Is it KuCoin? Please be Gate.io. I mean, okay, let's have a look at the KuCoin one. So okay, again, nice range, right? The problem is the range is broken to the downside. Okay, now, okay, so I just had the volume profile. And it's very nice to see this volume node being huge. It means that the volume is picking up at this level. Okay, if I add the volume, every time I want volume, I need to just do this because I hate volume indicator. But like, you see that the volume is picking up, right? So here we have a valley, but it's just slowly picking up. It's doing something like this, kind of, right? Why don't I have the moving average on this one? God damn it. I mean, kinda. It's on 30. What the hell? Okay, so the volume is picking up, right? What you would need to do is for this range, okay, you are going to need, my friend, for this deviation to be confirmed. And what do I mean by this deviation being confirmed? It simply means, so when we have a range, okay, the price comes below and then comes above inside the value area. This is what we call a deviation. Right now, this is just a range being broken. But if we get a move back inside the value area, then this deviation is confirmed, right? So you're going to need this deviation to be confirmed. And if it does, really, because I can see the volume picking up, and I'm sure a lot of people are paying attention. But if that happens, like, you could put your stop loss probably here. You can target the range high, and this is going to be 100-something% move, about 4-hour trade, right? Of course, the stop loss can be vary, but still a good move, I would say, if that happens, though. But like, if you ask me what about right now, this is just going lower and lower, right? I cannot do anything about that. This is just going to be a very nice setup, though. I can give you that, because this range is very nice, and I like the volume distribution on this one. I like this volume distribution in this whole range. Can you your advice on how to do a smaller scalps? Yes, of course. So let's talk a little bit about the scalping. First of all, you're going to need a lot of time if you want to scalp the market, right? And a lot of stuff are just different when you're scalping. Okay. So you are going to need clear rules for yourself, and also you should look honestly, like, this is not what a lot of people are going to tell you, but if you want to become a scalper, you need to look at it as a job, right? Where you just start working at a specific hour every day and just stop working at a specific hour every day. And if this and that happens, you just don't work or stuff like this. You set yourself some rules. Okay, this is very important. And I know a lot of people at the beginning of their journey just open up BTC and just go on 5 minutes time frame, okay, and just have a look at price action 24/7, right? No real scalper that I know is doing this. And I am going to tell you, my friend, I became profitable in scalping when I just traded 1 hour a day. Okay, so at the beginning of my journey, when I was like looking at the price action like anywhere on my phone, even when I was outside, I was looking at the price action on my phone, executing trades and everything, I was losing money. But I became profitable when I just set those rules for myself, right? Now, after you just kind of figure all that out about the scalping, and I know my words are not going to be that useful for you because you are probably not going to listen, but you need to lose money to listen. Of course, that happens to all of us. Then you need to be worried about the technicals, right? And you need to create an edge for yourself. I used to use pure price action for my scalping, and I added footprints for more confirmation for myself. That's just a strategy that I was comfortable with. I'm not trying to say that this is that what I got is the best, okay? But I was comfortable with that, right? You say that you have Barbicator Pro. Barbicator Pro is a very nice indicator, and in fact, come on, TradingView. Okay, so and in fact, in B Pro, you're going to have. We don't need these, we don't need this. Okay, you are going to have a scalper trend filter and also a scalper signals, right? If you turn those on, you're actually going to get nice levels. I mean, if you could kind of get this level, put your stop loss here, okay, like best case scenario, you could make 4R, for even more than 4R, right? Or like a move like this. Of course, I'm not saying that this is going to give you 100% win rate, just like here, you're going to lose on this one. But like, if you just set the specific rules for yourself, for example, one of the ones that really saved me was stop trading after 3 consecutive losses. Okay, so look, first of all, I'm creating a course about B Pro, and I'm going to talk about all these settings in that course. And when I say course, I mean, don't worry, it's going to be very small and compact course, but we just need we just need a resource for B Pro, and that's why I'm working on it. I prepared, I think, 3 videos so far. It's going to be released soon. And for the scalpers filters, I do suggest you to keep the settings as defaults at the beginning, okay? And then if you are more serious, just drop me a tag inside Discord, and we can talk about all these settings, and I can help you with that, right? But the settings are back tested and confirmed, and they're working, right? Just inside the parentheses, and just one thing that I want you to know, that you also need a little bit of trust in yourself and your strategy, okay? The reason why a lot of people do not make okay, so I shared the backtest for a for a strategy with B Pro about 2 weeks ago. You can probably find a video inside the Discord. If you have access to the B Pro, you're going to have access to that video as well. Go watch it, and I show you that this strategy in B Pro is profitable. I showed you the backtest and everything, right? But like, a lot of people do not make it when they're using indicators, because I mean, aside from the technical issues, right? We're not talking about technical issues. We're talking about a legit trading system, right? Like I was giving this example last week actually. So for example, they add MACD. I'm not saying that MACD is going to work or anything, right? And they say, okay, when these two lines crosses, I'm going short, and they're going short here, and then make a little bit of money, and they're like, okay, I'm rich now, okay? But then like here, it generates a long signal right here. They go long and their stop loss gets hit, okay, and then they start doubting their system, and they're going to open this and change this setting or this setting, or I don't know, add RSI to MACD, do crazy stuff, okay? Like, one of the advantages that you're going to get when you use a proven and backtested strategy is this: you can kind of trust it at the beginning, right? And this is very important, okay? I know I talked a lot. I normally do not, but these are just the mistakes that I don't want other people to kind of repeat. All right, is there any other questions, guys? If not, I am starting to just close this stream and go have a nice dinner. Anytime, man, anytime. How's gold doing? Oh my god, beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. And this is our target for gold, by the way. If we have a look at DXY, oh yeah, look at this. Okay, so the total chart is also important. Ah yeah, be nice. We got a close above. We got a retest. Next target, 2.5 trillion. We'll check this strat within Discord. Yeah, definitely, man. If you also have questions, you can drop me a tag there. Alright, guys, I think that's it for today. It was very nice. I had a nice time. I hope you did as well. Feel free to check out our promotions. The links are in the description. And basically the offer is, if you buy our subscription for the calls, tutorials, courses, materials and everything, you're going to get Barbicator Pro for free, basically. Okay, so that's just hell of an offer. If you want to use it, use the link in the description. And until next time.